Just another brother with another humble question. Just another brother with another humble question.
Welcome to another episode of A Brother with Questions. I am your host, B. Period. Before we get started, let me ask you to like and subscribe to the channel. Please comment as well, people. Comment and share it. Share it with your friends too. Tell them what you're listening to. Man, I got some, I don't know, some people call it a bombshell. I just think it's common sense and interesting when it dropped because we're in June. They have dedicated Pride Month amongst other things. But the American College of Pediatricians just acknowledged something that in today's society seems like a bombshell, but for I think a lot of people just seems like common sense. And so I'm not going to delay any further. Let me just drop this video. Now, the doctor who is talking on behalf of the American College of Pediatricians, her name is Dr. Jill Simons. And so we're going to hear what Dr. Jill has to say here.
And we have serious concerns about the physical and mental health effects of the current protocols promoted for the care of children and adolescents in the United States who express discomfort with their biological sex. This declaration was authored by the American College of Pediatricians, but really it was developed from the expertise of hundreds of doctors, researchers, and other healthcare workers and leaders who for years have been sounding the alarm on the harmful protocols that continue to be promoted by the medical organizations in the United States. Despite recent revelations from the leaked WPATH files and the recent release of the final report from the CAS review, these medical organizations have not changed course. So we are calling on these medical organizations of the United States, including the American Academy of Pediatrics, the Endocrine Society, the Pediatric Endocrine Society, the American Medical Association, the American Psychological Association, and the American Academy of Child and Adolescent Psychiatry to follow the science and their European colleagues and immediately stop the promotion of social affirmation, puberty blockers, cross-sex hormones, and surgeries for children and adolescents who experience distress over their biological sex. In our declaration, we affirm that sex is a dimorphic, innate trait defined in relation to an organism's biological role in reproduction, male and female. This genetic signature is present in every nucleated somatic cell in the body and is not altered by drugs or surgical interventions. Consideration of these innate differences is critical to the practice of good medicine and to the development of sound policy for children and adults alike. Medical decision-making should be based upon an individual's biological sex. It should respect biological reality and the dignity of the person by compassionately addressing the whole person. We are here defying the claims made by these medical organizations in the US that those of us who are concerned are a minority and that their protocols are consensus. They are not consensus, and we are speaking in a loud, unified voice, enough.
So there it is, man. And what's crazy to me about this is in today's society, this simple acknowledgement, right? They acknowledge that there are two genders, male and female. They acknowledge that giving children puberty blockers, having conversations about transitioning children medically does not add up. And so this is a conversation that has really sparked, especially in my state of Florida, it sparked a lot of conversation, a lot of controversy surrounding this topic in my state. But here we are, the American College of Pediatricians, acknowledging, based on study, based on research, based on the opinions of thousands of colleagues, as she said, doctors, nurses, and other healthcare professionals. They're asking the U.S. institutions to stop. There is no evidence that supports doing this to children. I'm not saying that these children shouldn't receive help. Mental health is obviously a big deal in today's society. Everywhere you go, everybody's checking on their mental health, adults, children alike, for different reasons. Some for this and for a whole host of other things. So if someone is dealing with an issue, they should get the help they need and the support they need to be able to deal with said issue. But that doesn't take away that there are still huge concerns with transitioning a child before they've even had the opportunity to figure out who they are. And it's nice to see, because the way that they have made us believe is that the entire medical community was on board with the idea. So it's nice to see that there are people in the medical community who are willing to stand up and say, enough. And so I don't know where this is going. I'm curious to see what the pushback is going to be. It's only been a couple of days, but it's going to be, it's refreshing. No, that's it. It's refreshing to hear a scientist step out on a limb, because that's what it feels like they're doing. It's stepping out on a limb and speak truth to power. So I don't know if you've seen it. If you haven't seen it, there it is. This is a quick, short video for me, but that's refreshing. Confirmation, not that we needed it. We already knew what the truth was. Confirmation, though, scientifically, that it ain't everybody. All the doctors on the same page, like they want us to believe. Tell me what your thoughts are. Are these doctors crazy? Is Dr. Jill Simons and the American College of Pediatrics off their knocker and everybody else is right? Or are you too refreshed by the idea that there's some doctors that have some logical thinking going on? And on that note, I'm B. Period, and I'm out.
Yeah.